Bernie Sanders was on the Jake Tapper State of the Union show earlier today, and he was asked a question about election rigging. Was the process rigged for the DNC pick? Now, we all know that Keith Ellison lost to Tom Perez, the establishment candidate, Keith Ellison being the more progressive candidate that was backed by Bernie Sanders. Here's a clip. Let's talk about it.
Well, you saw President Trump's tweet suggesting that the system was rigged against Keith Ellison in the same way that the DNC system was rigged against you in the primaries. Does he have a point?
No, he doesn't have a point. That's what the system is. And one of the things that Tom is going to have to change is to figure out how we elect national Democratic leaders. I'm not quite impressed with the process that now exists. But the bottom line here right now is that yesterday, among other things, there were 150 rallies all across this country.
Bernie Sanders, what are you talking about, man? Obviously, the DNC chairmanship was picked by the establishment, for the establishment, to hold up the status quo. You know this, Bernie, more than anyone else. What the DNC wants, it gets. It doesn't look forward to what's best for the country, what's best for the party, only what's best for its donors and its special interest groups. Bernie Sanders, I'm appalled that you would make this statement, knowing that Keith Ellison would have been a better choice, but what about Sam Ronan? Bernie, you cannot continue to carry water for the establishment. You cannot continue to talk out of one side of your face and mean something totally different. I don't believe a man as smart as Bernie Sanders does not know that the DNC is corrupt. Won't you just say it, Bernie? You're in the twilight of your career. Won't you just call it what it is? A campaign, a Democratic Party that is devoid of character, that's only serving the interests of donors and special interests. Won't you just say it? Oh man, you would stand up tall like this wall and play basketball. You'd be able to fly like the little birdie that left your podium. If only you'd keep it real. Stop carrying water for the Democratic Party. You're an independent, Bernie. Why do you do this? Tom Perez is the embodiment of so many things gone wrong with the Democratic Party, and it shows further that they have not learned their lesson from their 2016 butt-whooping that they took at the hands of the GOP. Bernie Sanders saying nice words, but not saying the true words is not what's needed at this point. When you said, look, I'm not just putting words in Bernie's mouth. When he said, no, Trump doesn't have a point, but then went to pretty much say exactly what Trump was saying, which was the process needs to be rebuilt.
No, he doesn't have a point. That's what the system is. And one of the things that Tom is going to have to change is to figure out how we elect national Democratic leaders. I'm not quite impressed with the process that now exists.
The reason why the process needs to be rebuilt is because the process is heavily skewed to the status quo establishment candidates, which Bernie Sanders was a victim of. We love you, Bernie, but you're going to have to do better than this. I'm Tim Black. Go to TimBlackTV.com. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like it real and being kept real at all times. No spin, just truth. The Democratic Party, if it doesn't shape up, it will continue to lose. And I want more parties, whether they be green, whether they be Republican, Democrat, Independent, or Libertarian, not less.